Hey guys, Better Max Guy Andy here with just another helpful tip for any of you new guys that are new to the ATV world, new to mud and things of that nature. So I just came off of a little ride. I went back and run through a little shallow lake, and it was a lot of fun. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the condition of your winch and the cable. If you don't have a winch or a cable, well, this doesn't apply to you. I would suggest that you get one if you get out into the bad stuff, especially if you're by yourself like I am. What I suggest is keeping your cable lubed and wrapped correctly. So I use Blaster chain and cable lube. I use that on my cable, and I soak it down usually every other ride or something like that. The reason for that is because this cable is made out of steel, and steel cables will rust. You don't want these things rusting because you put a lot of tension on them when you're pulling yourself out, when you're helping your buddy, etc. So what I always check on my machine, I always check to make sure that my cable hook is good and tight. This is a super winch. This is 3,500 pounds super winch, which means if you put a snatch block on it, it turns into a 7,000 pound winch. I've never needed to have that kind of rating, but that's what came on it, so that's what I used. But one of the things that I notice is, especially on these amphibious machines, or the guys that have four-wheelers and they get them into the really deep stuff, usually they have a snorkel kit, usually these guys have big tires, and they just saturate their whole machine. They never give a lot of thought or attention to this winch. And this winch is going to save you if you're stuck in something you can't get out of. So, like I said, I douse mine down with chain and cable lube, usually every 2 rides because I ride every day, and, you know, it can't get that bad. But I do that, and I soak this guy. The reason that I do is because even when water splashes on it, water and oil don't mix. Water will run off, the oil stays. So that's just another helpful hint for you guys. You know, it's something that a lot of people don't consider, but you wish you would have when you're in that spot and you need to use your winch, and you look and you see that your cable's all rusted, and then you start getting really nervous because winch accidents can be really, really painful. If you're into bigger machines, these things can cause death. So just a little safety tip for you guys. I'm your favorite Max Guy, Andy. This is how I'm living my Max life. How are you living yours?